Hello friends, welcome to Suresh Agarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts. Yet another video for my class 10 students, and this is the important chapter of Arithmetic Progressions, that is AP. In this video I am going to take up how to identify whether a given series is an AP or not, and we are going to solve some simple problems based on APs. So let's first understand what AP is, and before taking that up, let me tell you about the Learning Loop app. We have launched it on the Google Play Store. You can download it from the link given here in the description box below, and this is the logo of the app. So make sure that you are downloading the correct thing. Okay. On the Learning Loop app, you will find nominal costing, validity based ebooks, and then video courses, class 6 to class 10. We have lots of video courses. All those who are preparing for competitive exams, we have a lot of stuff for you also, Vedic maths also, and you can watch some free videos also on the Learning Loop app. So download it now. Let's see what is the concept or the introduction of this topic of arithmetic progressions. So whenever you have a series of numbers, like suppose -3, 7, 4.3, minus 0.03 and 7/5 and like this. See, it is a series of numbers, right? Why? Because we have written it separated by commas. But you can't tell me what will come next. Why? Because there is no rule followed in writing this series of numbers. After -3 we have 7, after 7 we have 4.3, after 4.3 we have -0.03. There is no rule. So you will not be able to tell me what comes next in the series, right? And therefore we call it a series. That's it, a series of numbers which doesn't follow any rule. But whenever there is a series of numbers plus some rule through which we are writing that particular series with a rule is known as a progression, or you can also call it a sequence. So when the teacher asks the students to stand in a sequence, so he is intending you to stand maybe as per your roll numbers in a sequence, right? There has to be a rule, or maybe height wise. Okay, so some rule is to be obeyed while writing the series of numbers. Then we call it a progression or a sequence. Why do we call it a progression or a sequence? Progress. A series with a rule will always help you in finding the progress of the series. That means you will be able to tell what comes next in the series. Just like if I ask you what comes next in 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, immediately without thinking you will tell me that the next number is 13, because I am writing the series of odd numbers, and odd numbers is a series which follows a rule, right? Likewise, if I give you 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19 and so on, and ask you what is the next one after 19, you will immediately identify that I am writing a series of prime numbers, and so you are able to crack the rule, and once you crack the rule you are able to find the progress. Okay, now I hope you are clear about what is a progression. Now what is an arithmetic progression? So it is also a series like this. Just watch this series, not this. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. What happens here is the difference between consecutive terms. 3 minus 1 is 2, 5 minus 3 again 2, 7 minus 5 again 2, 9 minus 7 again 2, 11 minus 9 again 2. So if you pick up any two numbers, consecutive numbers in the series, you will find that the difference between any two consecutive numbers is always going to remain constant, and that is what we call as an arithmetic progression. We can have so many examples, like all the multiples of say 7, 14, 21, 28, 35 and so on. Isn't it an arithmetic progression? It is, because 14 minus 7 is 7. Likewise, you pick up here 35 minus 28, it is again 7. So you can have so many different progressions, arithmetic progressions, where the difference between consecutive terms remains constant. The series of even numbers, the series of natural numbers, series of odd numbers, all these are arithmetic progressions. You take multiples of any numbers, that also forms a progression, right? So this is the concept of a AP. Now once you know the concept, you will be able to solve some problems. Now look at this. For what value of P are these three consecutive terms of an AP? So if I say 2P minus 1, 7 and 3P, they are consecutive terms of an AP, then there has to be a relationship between these three terms, right? If I subtract like this or I subtract like this, the difference has to be constant, and these three are in AP if second term minus first term is equal to third term minus second term. See, right? And that means what will happen to this? I'll solve this now. 7 minus 2P plus 1, 7 minus 2P plus 1 will become equal to 3P minus 7, and pretty easy now. 3P and 2P, 5P. Here we have 7 plus 1, 8, and minus 7 comes this side, plus 7, so 5P equal to 15 gives me P equal to 3, and there we go, the value of P is 3. So for the value of P being 3, these three are three consecutive terms of an arithmetic progression, right? Very simple problem. Next, find A and B so that the numbers, these four, are in arithmetic progression. Very similar to that question. How do you tackle this now? A, 7, B and 23 are in AP. So what will be the difference? 7 minus A, like this. Then B minus 7. I have to write B minus 7. So let's get rid of this. And B minus 7. And finally 23 minus B. All three are equal. Now how do you find A and B? Let's equate these two first, because I can see only the variable B here. So B plus B equal to 23 plus 7, 2B equal to 30, and that gives us the value of B as 15, right? And now to find the value of A, I can equate the first two. So for the first two, 7 minus A is equal to B minus 7. B is 15, so let's put 15 here. 15 minus 7. 7 minus A is 8. So A is 7 minus 8, that is minus 1. So we get the value of A as minus 1 and the value of B as 15. Right? The definition of arithmetic progression works for us in these questions. Let's see one more. Write first four terms of an AP when the first term A, this is the first term, okay, and the common difference, that means what you obtain by subtracting the consecutive terms, common difference, that is denoted by D, are this and this. So in the question, A is given as minus 1 and B is given as 1 by 2, and we need to find the first four terms of the AP. Now see, he says first term A is this minus 1. So the first term is already given, the first term, it's already A, which is minus 1. The second term, when we have to find consecutive terms, we keep on adding the common difference to the previous term. So A, the first term, A plus D, the second term. So now we can just put the values. A is minus 1 and second term is half. So that gives us minus half as the second term. Now we can find any number of terms. If you have to find third term will be, see here second term is A plus D, so I will add one more D to this. So this will become A plus 2D. And now I have to just put the values A minus 1 and D half. A minus 1 twice of D half. So this is minus 1 plus 1, that is 0. And finally the fourth term is, I have to add one more D to this. So A plus 3D, that is A minus 1 plus 3 times half, right? So that becomes minus 1 plus 3 by 2, and that is 1 by 2. So what are the four terms? The first term is minus 1, the second term is minus 1 by 2, the third term is 0, and the fourth term is 1 by 2. And you can see these 4 terms will definitely form an arithmetic progression. So this is how we identify a series as arithmetic progression or not, and this is how we find some unknown variables if an arithmetic progression is given to us. So we will do lots and lots of different problems of arithmetic progression in our subsequent videos. Till then, you can share this video with your friends. Do subscribe to the channel and click the bell shaped icon for getting all the notifications. Thanks for watching this and all the best.